Hello everyone, it's me Wishy. But if that's too long for you, you can just call me Wishy. Okay. Damn, this is kind of nerve-wracking for me. It's my first time speaking on a video, like, ever. So anyways, I wanted to talk about a topic that is very known to us, especially artists. As we go through this discussion, I'm gonna show on screen this speed paint of my fan art of Neferpito from Hunter X. I just really love her character. Anyway, so disclaimer first. In this video, I want to talk about solutions that are very subjective in nature. Every person is different, and if certain things work for you, then go for it. Okay, so the topic I wanted to talk about was motivation. We need it, right? We want it. Especially for artists, it is something that pretty much fuels your growth. Not saying that is the only factor that can help you improve, but it is very, very important. It keeps us thinking of new ideas, new drawings, and overall the desire to increase our skill capacity, right? That's pretty much self-explanatory. However, sometimes, or most of the time, we develop something called lack of motivation. It is very common, and I see a lot of people on pretty much all or every platform, and even in real life, complaining about art block and, of course, lack of motivation. And I'm not an exception to that. I feel it almost all the time, and pretty much I have to resort into bullying myself into drawing something. Not in a bad way, like in a healthy way, that is. Because I'm scared. I'm scared that if I draw something, or if I don't draw something, my skills or talent would fade away. And heck no. Like, I don't even want to think about that. All of us do. For a lot of us, the reason is just boredom, right? I'm not referring to all of you out there, but the majority of it is boredom. It is like we're so tired to even think about what to draw. Sometimes we are so tired that we want to sit and relax and draw something, but then that would cause another form of boredom. So we end up in another loop of I don't know what to do, or I don't even know what I want to do. And it's such a shame because we could have just used those wasted minutes in thinking into just drawing something, but we end up with nothing. For me, what helps me to stop the feeling of boredom is I just draw. Even if I don't really know what to draw, I just draw what I draw best. For me, that is humans. I just do random poses and I find characters, or sometimes I create my own to put in those poses. And soon enough, I am hooked. Most of the time, boredom is just a feeling that we have because we haven't started anything. Sometimes, to stop that feeling, you just kind of have to defy it, to fight it, you know? Draw something even if you don't feel like it. Of course, it depends on your situation, but if you want to do something about it, then why not, right? Second common reason is oversaturation of ideas. It is no surprise. Things like the same face syndrome, enjoying same things over and over again. I myself struggle with same face syndrome, like it is severe, but recently, fortunately, I have found many ways to play around facial expressions like smiles and frowns, but it still kind of shows in my drawings. I can't deny it, and I just can't escape it. This happens, in my opinion, because of three things. Number one is because we just love something very much. So much so that we want to dedicate a lot of our efforts into it. We want to embrace what we love. We want to create what we love, right? There is nothing wrong with loving something so much that we want to dedicate our effort into creating things that are dedicated to what you love, right? But if we overdo it, it results in oversaturation, and it results in lack of motivation. The second reason is reluctance. Sometimes the reason is we are scared to experiment with stuff. The cliche of not getting out of our comfort zone. We are scared that we will mess up if we go out. And we are scared that if we failed, we'd be back to square one, that we'd be back to where we began, right? The third reason is very concerning: overwhelming expectations, which is basically what we feel when we want to improve in something specific so bad that we want to just keep on doing it. It's like saying, I won't stop until I perfect it. And this can be really scary because in the process, we also tend to bully ourselves like, I'm not good enough, I'm doing nothing right. And sometimes it can become so severe that we just snap and end up losing our very reason why we engage in art in the first place, because we enjoy it. For me, how I cope with this feeling is to just do something new. I know it can be scary, but what are you going to lose? What's funny is that you won't even lose something or anything, but rather you will actually gain something from it. If you try something new and didn't do well at it, then it's not for you. On to the next one. Of course, I'm not saying that you jump from one art style to another like every day. I mean, you could totally do that if you want to be extreme. But what I'm saying is to use your own style and combine it with others. For me, I like drawing humans. But I don't just draw humans standing there like an NPC. I add personality, dynamic poses, and facial expressions just to make it less bland. If you haven't decided on actual art style you want to stick with, then of course it is very recommended to experiment with different styles. It is just a matter of exploring, experimenting, and enjoying the process. This is applicable to all of the issues mentioned. Pretty much the most important thing to consider when doing something is to enjoy what you are doing. Because if you don't, you're gonna burn yourself into a crisp. You're gonna look like a mindless zombie on a hamster wheel. And the thing is, you're not that. You're not a zombie. You're not an underpaid employee. You're an artist, an individual of imagination. You can create whatever the hell you want. You're known to be good in expressing yourself with your art. Don't make something that instead does something completely opposite. Just let your passion run through your art. And soon enough, hopefully, you will find your motivation.